I want to talk about dealership profitability because there's a lot of different areas that we try to maximize our profit centers. And three very, very important ones really stand out to me. You know, I get it because our main focus as dealerships from owners and general managers is to find the best way to really bring traffic into the showroom. We've found some consistent sources that really work. Maybe it's a newspaper advertisement or a specific mailer or a trade-in or a used car sale. You've found your niche. You've looked at your area and you realize what really, really works and the consistent message you constantly want to send out. But it's other areas that really, I'm afraid, don't get that much attention to. And those are the stuff I want to talk about. First one is your HPI and your HSI metrics, your overall surveys, right? That the manufacturer really puts a lot of focus on. And let's face it, if you hit a high standard on there, the factory will pay you. But a lot of times, I don't know that those metrics are really ever dissected and aggressively looked at to find a best way to really be sure that when a customer gets these surveys, they're really filling them out honestly. I've had the privilege and luxury to be part of a lot of dealer groups that have thrown other creative ways out there to try and manipulate these scores. Everybody realizes why it's important. Let's face it, if your scores are not high, the factory is going to look at you. If your scores are not high, the factory may look at you, and if you want to buy into another franchise or get another store or buy another separate franchise, and your scores are not high or to a new standard, they're really going to affect you. If your scores are not to a certain level, your salespeople might not get any bonuses that the factory may pay on. The factory puts a lot of faith into these surveys, and they hold a lot of accountability onto the dealership. My question or concern is, how much accountability does the dealership really take on these metrics? Do you really have a process in place that avoids manipulating those surveys and instead invites an honest answer from the customer? If your customer can give you an honest answer on that survey and it's an outstanding survey, well then guess what? You have established the wow factor. You've set that new standard and that new expectation for the customer and how they want to view you. And once that customer says that, that will have a nice segue into other profit centers for your store, and it will help you build your more profitability with areas like customer retention, referrals, loyalty. It'll give you Google reviews. It'll set up your reputation. So really take a look at your process in handling the HPI and HSI surveys and look at those metrics and ask yourself, are you really, really looking at that, and do you have a process in place that invites an honest answer from the consumer? Are you setting that wow factor? Are you really establishing those new expectations and standards for the customer? Or are you manipulating the surveys and really not paying attention to it? It's an honest question. Answer, please. Thank you.